Hey guys, I'm Brendan, I'm a PWRBLD athlete. Today I'm taking you through my pull day. This is how you re-rack your weights properly. I don't think pause deadlifts are that useful. I got some shit ankle mobility. It's not really a big problem if you low bar squat, but my knee's been bothering me, so I think maybe it's my ankle mobility. So this is distraction. Basically, you're taking the joint capsule and you're kind of separating it as you go into that stretch. Is it much better than a normal stretch or a normal mobility workout thing? I don't know, but I like it and I look cool.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Lauren. I'm Brendan's girlfriend.
5 years is coming up.
Oh yeah,
5-year anniversary.
In a week.
In a week.
Tell the hoes to get out of Brendan's DMs.
Yeah, these hoes at these gyms be in his DMs, but he doesn't have that much game, so I'm not too worried.
Yo, what? There's no W Riz here.
Hi, Sue. Wait, get this.
So why do you use this bar instead of a squat bar?
We're doing a safety squat bar. One is a little bit of variability in the workout, so you're not doing the same thing all the time. Motherfucker just took my damn clip. Oh, I got it right here. I'm using this bar. It's a safety squat bar. It pitches it a little bit forward, so it feels more like a front squat than a true like high bar squat or low squat. I'm using the squat mostly just to warm up for the deadlift. Because it's a little bit more of a complex movement, yet it uses the same joints like your hip and your knees. It's a great way to warm up for your deads. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 3, and in between each set, I start setting up for my next exercise. Now each rep, we're gonna try to put as much effort into it as possible. This idea out there is called compensatory acceleration training, CAT. It's developed by this guy, Fred Hatfield, also known as Dr. Squat. And my coach, Jailhouse Strong, also talks about it. Basically, you wanna put 110% effort into every rep you do, almost like speed work. Power, baby. More squats now. This is how you re-rack your weights properly. When you put them back, you want the face facing out. This is because it's easier to grab when you want to grab it. I just take the lip one-handed, and I'll flip it up, put it onto a barbell. If I have it this way, I have to like squeeze my hand in here. It's all uncomfortable. It's wasting time. You gotta be efficient with your time.
Tell them put your bars back.
Oh, you gotta always put your bar back. Especially if it's a specialty bar like that. This way you know it's not in use. You can free to use it now, because I'm not using it. That's a nice looking shirt he got on.
It is.
You know, if you don't like white though, you can always get it in black. Once you go black, you'll never go back.
You know that. What's the benefits for farmer walks?
It depends on how you want to train them. If you want to train them kind of moderate, light, it's very good for posture work and training your core. If you go heavy, it's really good for training your core, and that will lead in, benefits to your deadlift. It will also train your grip, and that would prevent you from being a poodle dick. I think we need more plates. I have 314 in each hand right now, so we need 36 more pounds in each hand, but we're gonna round that up to 40. I'm only gonna do 1 set. This will be a PR if I do it, so I'll be pretty happy about that.
Let's go. That's like 2 of me in each hand. That's like 2 of me in each hand.
Real quick tip. You're gonna do farmer's carries. Where you're walking, you want that slightly pointed in together, like a V. Your hand grip should be slightly behind, like the middle of the grip. If it's in front, it'll tip back and you'll go backwards. We want to go forward. So you want it slightly behind and it'll propel you forward.
So you're basically cheating.
What?
You're basically cheating.
Yo, it's just like sumo. It's in the rules, but you bend the rules a little bit. It's a great way to like build up your like general strength and size. I mean, that's kind of how I bench 500. It's like after a strongman meet, I build up with my shoulders, all that overhead pressing. I went in and benched 500 right afterwards. We're gonna pick up all these plates and move into the deadlifts.
You know the gym etiquette, don't worry.
Yeah, I was like, bro, what's wrong with this guy?
That's why I started on that end, so I don't have to pick up and move as far. So a deadlift bar is a little more specific in the comp I compete in, but because I'm so far out of my planned meet, we want to kind of get a little less specific, build up general strength. So all we're doing is switching it to a stiff bar.
Mikey Poole just bullied you out of your platform.
Hey, the key is...
He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
What can I say? I'm a good guy. Let's go get our plates.
Oh, buddy.
Some of you members might be wondering where I get all this special equipment. It's right here in the front. There's the front desk. There's the cardio machines. There's the strongman equipment. You gotta use it sometime.
I got a little boo-boo.
I did get a big, little boo-boo. Boo-boo hack. If you have a Band-Aid, take a little bit of athletic tape and put it around it. This way the Band-Aid won't come off as easily. Instead of lasting only one set, it'll last 2. Should we go straight to 500? I think so. We're gonna do 615 for 6 sets of 1. And we're only gonna have about 60 seconds rest between each rep. I'll show you a gym hack. This bar is not as bad because a standard clip will fit on it pretty well. But if you want to make that clip tighter, or you have like, I don't know, a bar that kind of like the plates slide off, either get yourself like a fancier clip like this, and it'll squeeze it harder, or you can take your standard clip, loop your strap into it, and slide that on. That'll make the squeeze tighter. And we don't like it tight. We rest 1 minute. You're only really lifting the deadlift once in a competition. Instead of breaking up into like, I don't know, 3 sets of 6 or 3 sets of 5, where you're only getting 1 rep. Now I'm getting 6 1 reps. It's also not so heavy that I have to, you know, rest like 2 or 3 minutes on my phone. I could just rest a minute. I do got one thing to say. If you got like a standard black belt like this, where it's like, it doesn't look like anything special, put your name or something in chalk on the back. So when you're in competition and you don't know where your belt is, you know, you can easily identify it. So when I was like 10, I used to live in Minnesota. I played football, I love playing football. And but we were moving out to New Jersey because my dad's job. And I got in my head that the kids in New Jersey were gonna be bigger than the kids in Minnesota. So in the hotel, like weight rooms that we stayed at for a few months, I started doing push-ups, curls, renegade rows, pull-ups, and I just fell in love with working out right then. And then 13 comes around, I begged my parents for like a weightlifting set to have for Christmas, and sure enough I got it, and I just did a whole bunch of curls until my arms fell off, and then I got bigger ones, I put them back on. And that's kind of how my weightlifting journey started. And after that, it's just, you know, I wanted to be a part of my life until the day I die, which hopefully will be in a very, very long time. This is the hardest part, putting my shirt back on. It's my fault for literally moving all the plates over here, over there. And we set the timer again, 2 minutes. There's a couple different ways you can increase RPE. You don't always have to add a rep or add more weight, although that's preferable. But sometimes you're like, let's say you're overhead pressing the 35s. And you're like, oh, I got that for 8. And the coach says, I gotta do the 40s for 8 next week. But you don't really got, like, you get 40s for 5 or something like that. But you can do 35s for 8. Think about increasing the amount of like technique and control you have into it. That will increase the RPE. And this way you can stick with the program, increasing the difficulty until your deload without necessarily adding more weight and more reps if you can't do it.
Okay, Coach Tank.
That's right, TankStrength.com. No, I'm sorry, TankStrengthCoaching.com. I have an unpopular gym opinion, or powerlifting opinion. I don't think pause deadlifts are that useful. Why would you train to pause in the middle of your concentric phase of the lift? Now sumo, I kinda get it because it's like technical and all that yada yada stuff. But still, I don't think it's that effective of a accessory. You don't want to slow down the thing that you're trying to make fast, right? You're pressing up on a bench press. You want to stop in the middle of it to train your body to stop in the middle of the press. Doesn't make sense. Now, there's something different though. If you do like an isometric deadlift, right? Like you take the bar and you set up in the rack and you're pulling against it as hard as you can. That's different because you're trying to generate a ton of force. But a pause deadlift, you're literally stopping yourself. You're stopping yourself in the middle of the lift. Decreasing the amount of force you're producing. The whole idea is to produce the most amount of force. All right, 3 sets of 12. This guy, when you thrust it as hard as I do, you gotta put the collars on, else they'll start sliding off. Also, I am using a pad. Why? Because this hurts my pubic bone. I don't want my pubic bone to hurt, I want my glutes to hurt, all right? I feel like I'm getting locked in for like a roller coaster. I'll take you on a ride for a lifetime.
I feel bad for his girlfriend. I feel bad for his girlfriend.
I'm pretty tired most of the time, so she just kind of gets on top and I want her to. Let's say you take powerlifting very seriously, or any strength sport for that matter. You're always training to get stronger, always training to get better. In the off season though, use that time to develop your work capacity, okay? Your ability to do more things. Yes, you want to develop it for the squat, bench, and deadlift, but also other things that you might not see, like a farmer's walk in a traditional powerlifting program. It'll keep you strong and healthy when you go into the more specific stuff for your powerlifting. I'm out of breath. I work at a commercial gym, so I have this habit of wiping down my equipment. Especially you got like booty sweat. Ugh. That swamp ass on there. Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching me work out. If you enjoy, damn it. Thank you for following me around on my workout. If you enjoyed, please leave a comment, subscribe, and like. Also, if you haven't been to Power Build, like what's the matter with you? Get your ass over here, get your ass in the gym. Peace.